Because I'm over here this time, right?
Yep. Oh shit. No, Sky is.
You already got your stuff over there, you know? That's right.
Might as well.
What am I talking about tonight?
Is this yours or mine?
I just set that over there.
It doesn't have a bag on
It
it.
doesn't have a bag, so it's
It's your boys and IMJ, we shut it down, man. A comic book look, invading your town. Keep it comics, and let the beer flow. Be so global, since our premiere show. Riverdale Studios on fire, we don't know where to park. Technology and brews, it's like we're rolling out like Tony Stark. Skyler, Tom, and John, we the bestest. Swag so villainous, so please arrest us.
Welcome to a Comic Book Look, everyone. It's your weekly comic book show. We talk about anything in the comic book industry. You want it, you got it. My name's John, a.k.a. the comic book Monica Lewinsky. Over here to my left, we got Tom, so stylish, so snazzy. There could be only one, the immortal Thomas Devine. Over here to my right, Skyler, Skizzle, rocking my shades. What are you doing?
shades. You know what, guys? I gotta be honest. I'm just feeling,
match your shirt.
I'm so sapped. I cut my hair. I lost my strength.
You did get sheared. Sheared genius.
Some girl snuck up on me, chopped off my locks.
You guys, we're all about change here at a Comic Book Look. We're switching it up. I'm in the middle. This never happened. Malcolm in the middle. That's how I feel right now. Malcolm in the middle status right here, you guys. But anyways, you guys, we are so happy to be back. Another awesome week. We got more awesome books to talk about. What a great couple of weeks, first of all. Just a great into the summer. We're leading into fall. We got great beers on deck. Skyler is just going nuts at the beer store. I'm going crazy. Pumpkin ales everywhere.
I was going to say, what are you guys drinking tonight?
I'm rocking that Hornicopia from Horny Goat.
Nice. Little Leinenkugels Oktoberfest. I think I'm going to crack into one of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's been good, guys. And we're glad that you're coming back to listen to some more comic fucking reviews, news, and... brews. And so we're...
That's so good. We should tell it. What is it?
I think we've just come up with a new slogan.
Reviews, news, and brews.
Yeah, there we go.
You're a fucking genius.
And while we're on brews, I just want to quickly go out and say, it's starting to get cool a lot of places. I know some of our southern viewers, you might not notice it yet. But up here in the north, we know, it's cooling down. It's cooling down quick. Yeah. We're coming up on fall. Yeah. Pretty soon it's going to be winter. Mm-hmm. It's getting cool. It's time to start moving into those amber brews. Yeah. The Oktoberfests, obviously October's coming up. Yeah. It is. October is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by the time people see this is October.
Yeah, well, you've just...
I mean, because we just taped this last night on October 3rd or whatever.
Ruined the illusion of the magic of...
No, it's October 3rd today. God, October 1st was crazy, man.
Yeah.
But it is October. It's time for the Oktoberfests. There's a lot of... There's beer festivals probably in your own town. There's a beer festival here in Sioux Falls. So there probably is in your hometown.
Come to ours.
Go check it out. Try some new beers this month. Make Oktoberfest an Oktoberfest. Try something new. Try something darker.
Fabulous.
Try something dark if you like those light beers.
Yeah, Come on. Exactly.
You guys, just in case you didn't know, Skyler not only got a Grammy, for the intro that we have been previously but also, he's also the Rachel Ray of beers. So, we're kind of a big deal here at Culinary Delights. We're kind of a treat in your mouth. So, we bring it to you on a...
I don't know if I can say I'm the Rachel Ray because I've never actually crafted a beer, but I can say I'm smooth and creamy in your mouth like a beer. We'll go there.
We will go there. That's.
Can I toast that?
Oh,
Jesus Christ! All right, terrible. Right. You guys. Anyways, we are so happy to be back with you.
Comic news, and lowbrow humor.
I just wanted to do a quick, thank you guys. Issue 96, you guys. We're on the stairway to heaven. 4 issues left until the big fucking deal.
Can't you read the sign?
What?
No stairway to heaven.
You guys know what I mean.
We're a basement TV show.
I know. But, we totally wanted to just take a sec. Thank you guys so much for your support. God, 96 396 issues.
Chump change, man.
I know.
We'll be saying that at 396.
I know.
396 issues.
Oh my god. We'll be in walkers by then, bro. Jesus.
issues already.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe that Marvel does this crossover bullshit. Like talking about the same
And
things.
I'll still be bitching about Cyclops. So technically he should be dead. If I'm
Why
a
haven't
walker.
they aged even a little?
Kids these days.
While we're talking about an elderly audience, an elderly crowd, and comics, I have a serious question, a quandary to pose to our viewers.
That's a great word.
Something that I've kind of been wondering for a while lately. My dad recently got a slightly different job. He's doing a corporate chauffeur type of thing, airplanes, whatever.
Okay.
So he's been bringing home newspapers from different areas of the world, or the United States mostly. You know,
Sure.
We'll get some Fargo papers, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, the Oregonian. These weird assortments of papers, and I've noticed, you know, some of these more serious papers don't do the comics. You know, the front
Really?
page. Not that I've noticed anyway. I've filed through a bunch of them today and didn't find anything.
Yeah.
But one thing that almost every newspaper in every municipality, every area, anywhere does political cartoons.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
In the view
And
section.
my question to our comic book fans is, do these political cartoons qualify as a comic?
Yes. Yeah.
There have been some phenomenal ones.
Yeah, dude. Are you kidding me, dude?
But
Are you fucking
we
kidding?
like the pages of variety too.
Yeah, the
right?
Far Side is a comic book.
Yeah.
Sure, but
Calvin
that's
and
not
Hobbes
as
is
much.
one of the
that's
best
not
comics
the
ever.
the blatantly. I'm talking about the blatantly
Right. The one
in the Wall Street Journal
right.
I read was one that a guy was hefty white American was reading the paper
What was about me?
that said gun control
That wasn't about
on
me.
the rise or whatever, and he's smiling, saying to the guy next to him, "Now we need someone to control George Zimmerman's guns," and like that kind of comic. I'm talking about the
I think that is totally a comic book.
overtly political.
I think that is still considered a comic to me, in the same way that even though the Glenn Beck show is a show that only spews hot garbage, it is still a TV show.
Yeah.
You know, and even though you can still say Seinfeld's a TV show,
Yeah.
so is the Glenn Beck show.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, even though it is spewing hot garbage that is just nonsense and, you know, drabble compared to like comedic genius, somehow they're in the same way because they're still in TV. So I feel like the same way it goes with comics. Yeah. Even though we're reading amazing things like the Superior Spider-Man or Lazarus.
I'm sorry, that was on the top of my stuff.
You know,
anyways,
that this is still in the same realm of thing as a comic strip or even a one-panel comic, which I don't care. I mean, I'm a guy who loves comics, so I like comic strips, and I still feel that a comic strip is a part of a comic, is a part of the actual comic book medium, and I think, you know, even a one-page political ad is still a comic at heart. It took an illustrator or a cartoonist to do that.
Sure.
You know, they had to think it out, they had to plot it out, they had to write it. So, yeah.
You know what's funny is if I move
I don't
my
even think
stomach
that's an
enough,
argument.
I can lip sync what you're saying.
Yeah, just look here.
So that established, what are some of your favorite, least favorite political cartoons? We don't need a big political argument going on. Who cares? But for various reasons, if maybe you like the message, we're not going to bash you for your politics. Who cares?
Yeah.
Exceptional art or something that had just more meaning than, you know, as initially perceived in the strip or single picture.
Definitely.
For sure, because I know nothing about it.
Definitely. Just so you guys know, coming up we are going to have hopefully an awesome guest. He is family, and he does cartoons in town here. Works at the Starbucks out of Minnesota.
Nice.
Lovely guy, great guy. He's awesome, and he does cartoons for fun, and he watches our show.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ellen Jones, we're hoping
Ellen
to get you
Jones,
on the
hopefully
show
come on, buddy.
soon, and we'll be talking about cartoons. We're going to get into the head of a cartoonist. So we're going to do a little bit of surgery on this discussion here. You know how we like to do it.
Yeah, investigative journalism.
Exactly.
That's what we're all about.
Exactly.
We'll have to ask him the difference between a cartoonist and an illustrator.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a thin line. But yeah, but this is still Comic Book Look, and we're still going to talk about comics, and I'll go number 1. So right away, guys, Greg Rucka.
Like we haven't been talking about
comics. I know, right? Yeah. Really?
I'm sorry.
2 weeks in a row. Jesus. Tom is the new punching bag
of the show. Look. It's like we move seats and he just fucks himself up.
Tom has stepped outside of his comfort zone, and now
I don't know.
The fish have really come in to take a beat.
Yeah, you guys wish. All right. Anyway.
Hey, good book over there, by the way, on your comic shelf.
Yeah, it looks good, buddy. It looks real good.
Dark Avengers #1, baby.
Okay, now on to real news. Lazarus, #3. We got Greg Rucka, Michael Lark, the team from Gotham Central is back, and we got 3 issues deep now. This is an amazing book. So what the basis of the book is, it's a dystopian future where the financial crisis has gone even crazier, where there's not just 1%, it's like 0.00001%, and there's only 5 families that control the whole entire world. The rest of the people are just nothing. If you work for one of the families, then you are a tiny bit better than nothing. Everything else is considered waste, and these people are just waste. And anyway, it's about these crazy, like, Shakespearean feuding families against families.
Right.
And then they have the Lazarus, which each family has this, like, genetically enhanced killer that they can, like, heal up, and they consider it part of their family. And this one, the Carlisle family is, like, the main character, and they have, this is their... Lazarus. Oh, it's. Actually. I mean, yeah, Michael Lark is so cool. This is their Lazarus, and I can't remember her fucking name. It's something really. Forever is her name, and it's just an amazing dystopian tale done with such subtle graces at times that only Greg Rucka can give you. He caught my eye when he did that Batwoman elegy. That was some of the best ever. But after this, you can tell that shit is building, because she is falling in love with a different Lazarus from a different family. The same family that her father is trying to stop a feud with, and her brother and sister are trying to start a big war with. So there's a whole bunch of interconnecting storylines coming together. Everybody's coming to a head. Nobody wants to tell anybody really what's going on. But you get, like, these really great panels that Michael Lark does that just are really subtle. Like, this one, just from a distance, this looks like it would be just nothing really. But if you really follow the dialogue, and then you wait until this very last panel, and there's no dialogue, and you just look at how the Michael Lark has placed these two characters, him looking at her looking down subtly.
At her what?
Where her eyes hitting? Oh, her eyes are looking away from him because she's embarrassed, or she doesn't want to look him in the eye. He wants to look directly in her eyes to show. It's just like so much sexual tension.
Right, that's what I'm feeling.
Oh, I love it.
That's what I'm feeling, but it's not from her. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's look at those. Right. Look at that look of death. Like, he's just like, I'm gonna fucking give it to you. And then so I tweeted Michael Lark. And I was like...
Did you really?
Yeah, and I was like... And I took a picture of this panel, and I go, this panel blew me away. I know it's a really small moment. I'm sure it's nothing for you, but this panel blew me away. And he goes, out of all the stuff I've done, that's my favorite panel that I've done in the whole entire series. And so it's just funny that it was so impactful for me, and it was meant to be.
You know what, Tom? I gotta go ahead and say, I'm just gonna bow and praise and sing your good graces here for a minute.
Oh,
but
what?
This is something that you
this is a new week, clearly.
Have been kind of notorious for, is picking out things that you've really enjoyed in a book that also the author or the creator or the illustrator enjoyed about it. When you talk to Mr. Willingham, after John had a less than
divorce court,
happy experience.
I don't want to talk about that
in that situation.
Complicated.
I was sitting there next to you with the camera for a few minutes as you and he went off rattling off some of your favorite moments and commenting on them back and forth.
He's cheating.
And it was like a couple of car mechanics talking about that old 1975 they fixed one day. And eventually, I just I lost interest and had to walk away. But you really do kind of seem to have that kind of connection.
Rapport.
Well, I feel like
Tom, you're more. God.
But I do feel like when I read a comic book, I've read so many at this point that I understand them so well that like the comic books that I really enjoy, you could never give to somebody that doesn't read comic books, and then have them read it and be like, oh yeah, that was okay, I guess, because it's just like I look at all the subtle things where like coloring means so much to me, lettering means so much to me, the actual body placements and the camera, means so much to me compared to just the dialogue and storytelling. I mean, I feel like at this point, I do like to be, I really care about storytelling above all else, and it's really a harmony between art and...
So why don't you like Dark Avengers?
I mean, how much time do you have? It's...
Less than 30 minutes at this
point. We're only on the first book. I'm not even going to get into it, but you guys know it's generic drabble.
What we're going to do, you guys, is a point issue coming up, and we're going to hash this shit out.
Okay, yeah, we can hash out Dark Avengers from 5 years ago.
Hey, you know what? Let's talk about something else then. Okay, let's talk about Wonder Woman for a second and Superman. They're doing a joint comic together, and guess who's the artist? Tony S. Daniel.
Yeah,
talking about
you're gonna pick
Wonder
that
Woman and maybe
Superman.
Superman.
So when you guys double clink your glasses there, yep, Tony S. Daniel, you're behind it. Tom is your biggest fan.
Shut up. First of all, I fucking hate Tony S. Daniel. How he got a writing job at all is unbelievable. But you know what? He's not writing this book, so whatever. I would actually give it a chance because I don't think his art is, as bad as, let's say, Greg Land. But, I mean, like, there is plenty of people that I fucking hate in comics. And Tony S. Daniel's one of them.
You know what, Tony? If you're watching this show,
which you are,
send us an email at acomicbooklook@gmail.com. Yeah. And even if you're just a troll that wants to pretend like you're Tony S. Daniels, send us an email at acomicbooklook@gmail.com.
Just for entertainment.
And berate Tom a little bit just for that.
Yeah, let's see that.
But you know what? Sometimes, when we put ourselves out in this kind of journalistic
it's hard. It's hard being a public figure like we are.
And we're not we're not mean or blatant about it. I mean, Tom doesn't like Tony Daniel's work at all. He hates it.
He's probably the greatest guy. He's probably the nicest guy ever. I drink beers with him all day and talk comics, and he's a comic guy. I would love to hang out with him. It just, guess what? I mean, as all you comic people know, we are pretty opinionated people.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Yeah, and you have to be. You have to be or you're fired. John, you're fired.
I was going to say, John, let's see how opinionated you are. Your turn, buddy. What book are you talking about? Or talk about 3 or 4. You got like a huge set.
This is bullshit right
Do like a quick shotgun.
Let's talk about all your Marvel books.
Do a shotgun? In fact, I'm not even going to look at what's next. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, just go shotgun round.
All right, shotgun round. Superior Spider-Man, issue 18. Spider-Man 2099 returns. Doc Ock is still Spider-Man. Go fig. The issue itself, who gives a fuck? 1 out of 6. Next. Ooh. Venom, issue 41. Crossbones is in the building. Obviously, Crossbones is not on Thunderbolts anymore because he's out hunting clones of Satan's son and killing them for the mark of the, Beast. Devil on it or whatever. Yeah, it's really stupid. So, this is a new symbiote character being premiered, Mania. It's a chick that got a bit of Venom symbiote all over.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
No, one, because it's a chick, and 2, because I don't care, I don't care. It's a new symbiote character, and I love symbiote characters, so I'm trying to keep an open mind. 1 out of 6. Next, Superior Carnage, number 3. You make Carnage look fucking gayer than I ever hoped to be. Alright, you guys, seriously, check this out.
It looked did you see even the cover? I want to say before I comment on how crappy that is.
Gambit Carnage, you guys. It's complete nonsense is what it is. The Wizard and Claw have taken control
video game from the 90s.
Yeah, and honestly, I had high hopes for this. Gay, 1 out of 6. Next, Avengers Arena issue 14. I don't care. Next, part 1 of Mania, Venom number 40. 1 out of 6. I don't care. All right, Uncanny Avengers number 11. We got the new Horsemen of Apocalypse.
Nice.
Doc and Banshee. Sentry. So half of them are Dark Avengers. I don't give a shit. 1 out of 6. I'd take it back. Yes, I'm just kidding. It's a mean story. It's fun. It's compelling a little bit. But when we have Infinity going on, it's hard to get laid in this business. 1 out of 6. All right. Uncanny X-Men issue 11. I don't remember what happened in this. It's been like 3 weeks since I've read that, dude. Hellfire Saga, part 5 of 5. You guys know how I feel about the Hellfire Club, the Hellions, everything else. But this storyline, you guys, it's quirky. I'm going to give it that. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 6 just because it's consistently quirky. It's a fun storyline. Jason Aaron, I don't know if I'd have your kids or not. You know, you're rather cranky. You're moody. I have never met you, but I've heard bad things. So I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to say hi to you. But I enjoy the line just because it's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I like
3 out of 6.
I like on the cover the Spectre giving a maybe.
Am I right?
Maybe a headlock
here.
Or who knows what?
Shit.
What's going on here? Some sort of orb headlock situation.
It's retarded. Next up, Thanos Rising issue 5. Thanos baby. You know, my lover day purple. This book, you guys, it's come to a close. But it's fun. It's a great depiction of the character. It's smart because we have Infinity now, and Thanos is just kicking ass. We're making Marvel you tremble, is the quote that I put on Twitter. If you guys don't know me, @John on Demand, get familiar. But this is such a mean book, you guys, and it's fun. And if you haven't read it, Tom or Sky, and you want to read it, check it out because it takes you into his background. He's badass. He goes around and he impregnates all these alien women, and then goes back and kills all the kids. It's fucking nuts.
Fucked up.
You know, a day in the life, but
kind of like a spider.
You know, I'd probably give that a 4 out of 6.
I do gotta say though, you said purple. I'm gonna say mauve.
No, he's more of a purple.
That's your first, I think, good review.
Eggplant.
Yeah, there you go, eggplant. I think that's your first good review out of that whole stack. So there we go.
You like that? I don't. You want me to keep going?
Dude, you're doing this whole stack. Are you kidding me? You're not going to stop now.
Just rock them.
Alright, well, Superior Spider-Man issue 17. I just talked about 18. Anyways. Uncanny X-Men issue, or Uncanny X-Force, excuse me. It's a beer
sweet cover.
Yeah. Samuel Humphreys, I twittered you. Shout out to China the Poodle. This was fun, you guys. Bishop's back in the building. The team's finally starting to get the testicles back a little bit. So we're starting to kind of be like, okay, we're over this demonic alternate reality version of this bullshit, and we're going to finally do something with the book. So I'm excited about issue 12. So
I am too.
Issue 11 was like a lighthouse of hope for me. So thank you, Samuel Humphreys. You heard my cries, and you know, thank you for talking to me on Twitter. You're such a flirt. I love you. X Factor issue 262 is over. That's cool. Nicely done, I guess. Right. I'm going to probably go into these in-depth more later. Battle of the Atom.
Oh, yeah. This is one that we're thinking about doing a full show on.
Yeah, and so I'm not really going to go into it right now.
Yeah, don't talk to about it.
I'm not going to talk to you about it
Just
at all.
Tune in later for some Battle of the Atom review.
What? A new Lenore?
Sorry, guys, I just nipped out there.
Yeah, John's fave.
Lenore issue number 8, you guys. Seriously, I love this series. It's fun. Roman Dirge, shout out to you. Want to marry you. Fun book as always. Always. And that's what I love about it. I know that this is one that I can buy with confidence. I will buy it, and I will just cheese out while I'm reading it, because it's so fun. Artwork is just Nightmare Before Christmas-ish. Totally my niche. And the greatest time of the year for it. You know, we got Halloween approaching. We got those Halloween books that are already on shelves. There was a hardcover on the shelf from last week. I wanted to get it, but it was a little expensive.
Hopefully we'll be bringing back that
flavor.
Halloween special.
Oh, we totally will.
Issues here pretty soon.
They already Image announced like 3.
They're starting to come out here.
Yep, so. Image announced 3 Halloween titles, so we'll have to talk about.
I want to quick ask for the noobs like myself, Lenore.
Yeah.
And I'm clearly a Johnny the Homicidal Maniac
right up your alley, bro.
influence. But was there
way more?
Is there anyone that was involved with this? There's not an artist or anything. Okay, I was under the impression that.
But it's right up your alley. It's so fucking hilarious. We're wrapping up here, I guess. Avengers Academy. Again, more boo-hoos and blood-spilled young characters. Half of them I don't give a shit about. The Runaways I do give a shit about, though. I'm learning more about those thanks to Sergeant America, Sergeant USA. Hats off to you, my brother. Thanks for letting me borrow those and getting some insight on those characters. So I'll probably be rereading this whole series once it's all said and done because I'm still working on that right now. So I'm going to give that a tentative, free day out of jail card.
There you go,
for
man.
that. Finally, these are heavy. I don't even know if we're going to be talking about these.
I think, I don't know. Don't talk about those. Let's do a full one.
Yeah.
I think we should, when Infinity ends and Battle of the Atom ends, we'll do a crossover between.
Infinity for sure. So right now it's cool, but I can't rate them yet. We're not going to talk about it. So
I'm going to toss a quick plug out here while we're talking about. Captain America, one of our good
Sergeant America.
Sergeant America, my bad.
God, Mike is such a
I know.
awesome
He'll get after me for this, I'm sure.
He's gonna watch.
Program fail, shut down.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, Sky is a hologram after all. He does fuck up from time to time.
Our recent show with Captain Cummings relates to.
There, Skyler does it one more time. Put some oil in this boy.
Here,
Change
have
the
some
spark
beer.
plug.
Yeah.
Refill with beer.
Do you need another beer?
What are you talking about over there?
What are you talking about? Yeah,
all right, you know what this calls for? Segment time with Tom Devine. Come right at you. Yo, yo, yo! Check it out! Guess what time it is, folks? Segment time with Tom motherfucking Devine. And we got you guys' favorite segment back. It is Kickstarter Comics. You guys know that I love Kickstarter. It's a really cool way to support up-and-coming people. It's not going to be the end all, for everything. I don't think that at all. I don't support everything, but when a really good one comes around, you do it. And recently, I guess I don't know how recently though, but I backed the Tomorrow Girl, which is, we'll start with the book. This book, this massive, massive hardcover, cool binding, cool thing, just big, beautiful pages. And what this originally was a webcomic, but I read a little bit of it, but it had a really cool Kickstarter, and I wanted to support the dude. He ended up, dominating and doing awesome, and we got a whole bunch of bonuses because of that. And so one of the fun things about Kickstarters, they have, these, pledge marks. If you get to this certain mark, then you'll get extra bonus material. So I got the silver edition. I think you could pay more for the gold edition, but with the silver edition being this hard and this awesome and cool, it's like God only knows how awesome that gold edition was. You get a really cool binding, number 1 here. I'll be supporting any more future ones if they come out. But with this, I get a sketchbook. It tells all about the different characters in here. Awesome, just info, put that on your shitter, and you're going to just fucking flip through that in a couple weeks. But with all that cool other stuff, I didn't even really realize I was getting this stuff, but look, I got all these sweet posters that are like in the vein of the Dresden Files and, Tomorrow Girl. That one's cool. This one's really cool. Broken Robot, Kick It or something. That might work. So someone's really funny. Socialize, collect friends to maximize points. This one's funny. Yes, it is internet. Super funny shit. Awesome. Along with that, I got some other cool stuff. Oh, dropped it. Hey, okay. Here I am. And got all these little cool cards for all these characters. So, you could put them up, maybe make little postcards. I got dinosaur stickers. How cool is that? A Dresden bookmark, and the patch, so I can be the Tomorrow Girl. But anyway, guys, Kickstarter Comics, it's really cool. Thank you so much, Aaron Diaz, for making this and putting it out, and having this available for my purchasing. And that's the segment. Hopefully you guys check out Kickstarter, Aaron Diaz, and the Tomorrow Girl. Thanks.
Dude, it was awesome.
You like that segment?
Oh my God, Tom, so good.
Thanks,
You're the best.
Captivating, dude.
Thanks, guys. I just figured you'd like it.
What is that creepy stare, bro?
So guess what, guys? That was my segment. Check out those Kickstarter comics. But now to bring on to the main event for how good comics you can get, that it doesn't get better than this. There's probably like 3 amazing comic books out there that are better than good. Prophet, Saga, and boom, Manhattan Projects. I think East to West is really good too. So that actually, East to West, Prophet, Ballistic, Jupiter Legacy.
You know, let's
Clone,
cut you off right
Secret.
there, because otherwise you're just going to name every book you bought in the last 2 months.
I'm skipping over a lot. Nowhere,
What you
man.
liked.
Those are all the books that I think are heads and feet above Great Pacific. Those are the ones that I think that are heads and feet above everything else.
Heads and feet, huh?
Yeah.
Is that a title too?
Is that a new
comic
cliche we're going for here?
No, it's actually a new comic I'm putting out there.
Okay.
And
comic book dandruff.
But Manhattan Projects. Okay, we're at issue 14. For the first part of this book, you really just built up and you were wondering, what's going on here? The Manhattan Projects is the projects that invented the atom bomb. That was just a secret cover to do all these crazy other things. Looking for other dimensions, space travel, harnessing energy, working with aliens. These are what the real Manhattan Projects were. And you have Oppenheimer is one of the scientists that is working on the Manhattan Projects. He has multiple personalities, over probably 1,000 personalities. He cuts everybody's legs out from underneath him, and then in this issue it comes full force, and we actually see where all the main people that are a part of the Manhattan Projects start getting under, and they all ended up getting trapped in jail. And there's an amazing line there that's like, well, I hate to say it, but any of you geniuses have any ideas on how to get out of here? Because it literally is like the top 7 smartest people that have ever lived. They're taking people from time and getting them ever, and they get taken out by Oppenheimer, which is this crazy German scientist that, he's a real guy, in history. And it's... At the end of the book, you see how they all got taken out. They're going to have something brewing up, and Oppenheimer is, he's losing his shit. You can tell that some other personalities may come through that are going to hold, the future of this book in check. And it's really interesting to find out, what's going to happen to Einstein and all the crew. And even in, I know it's hard for me to just spot all this shit out because I know you guys don't read the book, but
hard to give an overview without all the spoilers.
Yeah, but there's this part where Einstein is not the real Einstein. He's an Einstein from another dimension that's evil.
Alternate dimension.
Yep, and he actually admits it to his partner that he's worked with for a long time in this one. But right after that, they pass out. So I don't know if that's going to come into play later. But just the writing in this is so good. The entertainment value is so good. The level of hard sci-fi that this produces is so fun. I can't recommend it enough. These covers are unlike any others as well. You can tell Hickman does every single one. That's really weird for the writer to design all the covers and then
always an interesting geometrical.
Yep, never an illustrator
situation.
He has no illustrators on his covers ever. And so it's just neat to have those kind of things. Hickman is a voice out there that, and he's firing on all cylinders. I compare him to Warren Ellis when Warren Ellis was writing Planetary and Authority and Transmetropolitan all at the same time. This is the kind of Hickman that we have right now. He's writing East to West. He's writing Infinity. He's writing Manhattan Projects. He's writing Secret. He's writing God is Dead.
Stories to tell at one time.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's just so cool to have that right now. And so
I bet he's awesome to drink with.
Yeah. Quick
smart.
Rapid fire questions. Manhattan Projects.
Okay.
Does it have? Is it set in the Cold War era?
Started in the Cold War era.
It moved.
Yeah, we moved past there, but yes, okay. It is still. It would be considered in the Cold War era right now, and the whole way that Oppenheimer gets it is because he actually tells the president that we're working with the Russians, because the Manhattan Projects, there's no discrimination. So we'll work with any of the smartest minds. Well, some of the smartest minds are Russian.
Sure.
And so Oppenheimer tells the U.S. government that they are working with the Russians, which in turn the U.S. government starts to help Oppenheimer take out.
That has answered my second question of, are the Russians the obligatory, stereotypical bad guys they are in every show, and obviously not, because they're working together.
Yeah.
And then another quick, just a little plug, there's a documentary I just watched called Holes in My Shoes. This guy that was a sideshow freak, almost like he's performed feats of strength for a sideshow as a child, and moved on to act in movies, and he actually designed a crane that for the actual Manhattan projects, the historical Manhattan project, the atomic bomb that they were building, he designed a crane that would be able to lift, move, and set the transformers, or whatever they were, the tanks.
And he used to be a sideshow?
That took, just a brilliant man with endless talents, and
like me.
Still to this day, 30-year-old strong guy doing pull-ups. Yeah. He grabs his arm, he goes, try to pull me off balance, and that guy's, you see every muscle in his back rippling, and he goes, that is just amazing. He can't.
Are you sure it wasn't John?
It might have been John in a previous life.
Fuck.
In a current but previous life. But this guy actually played a huge part in the Manhattan projects, actually designing a big thing that gave us the technology and kept us up to the deadlines that we needed to make in that situation.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and really interesting. This guy's 94, and he can walk into a place. I haven't been here for 80 years, and he'll point you out everything. Yeah. One of just those sharp as a tack, just
love
amazing.
That shit, dude.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that, like, Skyler's so wise?
Like, as never noticed that.
I haven't either,
but you know what I was thinking about? Let's talk about Skyler, 94 years old. Remember the dark ages when we used to yell at him from behind the camera?
Yeah.
And now he's on here taking us to school.
Yeah, as soon as he came on camera, he took us to school. So
that's true. The first few episodes, everyone's like, "We love Skyler. Oh, fuck Tom and Josh." You know.
It's not real.
I do want to point out how awesome it is that they take in Manhattan projects that they take it for real. This is John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
And every time he speaks,
he looks like me.
Yeah, every time he speaks, he it's just about something about getting laid. So it's really funny. So this is what he had.
Just the
good,
side.
exactly what I wanted to hear. Say, we're having some girls flown in later. You want to stick around for the party and then the after party? And then Oppenheimer goes, maybe next time, Mr. President.
I like how it's JFK,
so much shorter.
Dude, I would totally party with the press.
Because I think, you know what? I'm JFK and I'm a straight shooter. The axis of evil in my pants.
Dude, fuck that. Would you not party with the press, though?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I would make
especially
a movie
one that
with
bearing Marilyn Monroe. But on to the next comic book.
Speaking of which, I do regard myself as the Marilyn Monroe of comics. I was going to use that for my AK.
Well, you got to say that.
But I do Monica.
You regard yourself as a lot of things.
I do. Highly regarded.
Highly regarded.
Highly regarded.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. No, I don't have anything more to talk about. That was another good episode, bro.
Yeah,
what's in the news?
What's in the news, guy?
Other than, we got the new, we've just watched our first episode of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, we watched it.
We talked about it last week with
Captain
Cummings.
Phil, Kansas, do you drink beer?
So we want to know how everybody felt about that first episode. We're not going to talk about it yet, but we want to know how you feel about it. Yeah. We'll get back to you with how we felt about it on one of our next episodes. We're kind of, we got to all...
Yeah, we might want to take it
watch it together.
Yeah, and we're going to probably take in a couple episodes before we really kind of...
Exactly. We want to do our due diligence. We want to do our research. We want to get everything...
We're investigative journalists.
Yeah. Out in the field. I have a date with Colson next week.
Right, let's get your comments. Let's get your emails. We want to know how you guys feel, what you liked, what you didn't like, how you feel about the characters and the way they're portrayed. Let's get all sorts of emails in for that. Let's get all sorts of emails in for the Manhattan Project, the 3D books we did last week, the Villain series. Let's get some of those in there too.
Yeah. I don't keep Tom coming back to the couch.
I'm gonna cut this last 10 minutes out. Okay, guys, keep it comics.